One day, an engine was getting ready to pull the freight train. The freight train was already ready. I'll try my hardest, said Elmira. Then Elmira coupled up to the freight train. And then Elmira set off. Then the points were set to a slope. Then Elmira coupled up to a freight train. And then Elmira slipped down the slope. Then Elmira went down the slope. Wait, how am I still going? Said Elmira. Elmira was still puffing along, pulling that freight train. Then things started to go wrong when she reached the hill. Then she was going down the hill. Then she couldn't stop, and then he slipped into the water. There was no way someone was going to help her now. Ironworth was shunting a freight train. He was trying his hardest. I'll get this freight train into a siding. I want to take a rest, he said. Then he started going up the hill. Ironworth was trying his hardest, shunting this freight train up the hill. Then Ironworth put the freight train in the siding. Dylan was pulling a passenger train. So he didn't know that Ironworth's freight train was up the hill. He was puffing a little too fast. And then he was getting put. Luckily, no one was hurt. But poor Dylan came off the rails. Ironworth was still pulling his freight train. Then ahead was a pile of coal that was left on the tracks for a few days. Stop, Ironworth, called his driver. But it was too late. Did you hear me? Said Ironworth's driver. No, said Ironworth. Big Iron was pulling a freight train. The tracks were set to a bumpy set of tracks. So a signalman was waving his flag. Big Iron's driver and Big Iron didn't hear nor see him. So they just went on to the set of tracks. The tracks look rusty and all used up. I think I can pass this place. it is kind of spooky, because there's a super huge drop. Ah! Then Big Iron came off the rails. Then Big Iron... I'm not giving up! I'm not giving up! He gave up, and he was stuck. So Eustace popped into the siding. This could not end well. So Eustace... So in this game, I'll review the details of the engines at the end of the video. Oh, I made these facts of them up. Eustace saw a very old bridge up ahead. It had a bump on it. I'll get past for sure, he said. As long as my coaches don't pull me down to the very bottom. Then Eustace popped onto the bridge. Then one of the coaches was leaning down. I guess there's no other thing but to uncouple. So Eustace driver uncoupled the coaches from him. Uncoupled the coaches from Eustace. Instead, then nobody was in the coaches. Then Eustace decided to go on the rest of the bridge. Ow! Ow, that hurt a lot. Eustace tried whistling for help. Even though it echoed around the island, even though it was so loud it echoed around the island, no one could hear him. No one knew where he was. And now, here are the details of the engines that I made up in Somewhere Wales. The engines in the video. The engine in this video. Ironworth is a kind engine. It likes pulling freight trains. But gets exhausted if the hill is too steep. Dylan is another blue engine. He likes pulling the express. He doesn't like pulling freight trains. Despite his name, Big Iron is not big. Although his name is Big Iron. And, he once pulled a long freight train, and he got into a crash that really hurt him a lot. Now he has a new shape. And he's more better than ever. Elmira does not like getting into accidents. But she tries to get the work done. Knickerbocker likes pulling pranks on people, or trains to be exact. But he always manages to help people if they're in accidents. And last but not least, so Eustace is the oldest of the crew. He has an old-sounding voice, and he tries to keep the engines in order. And he tries to get jobs done. And it's not like to get in accidents like Elmira. So there you have it. All the members of Somewhere Wales that were seen in this video. I hope you enjoyed. So I don't know what else to say. Bye now.